Mehgan fam, welcome back. Today is going to be a review of episode 8 of Basketball Wives Orlando. Now this is going to be short because the main thing was Megan's podcast. So it starts with Neek calling Nikki out on the live that she did.
And go on there like, oh, it's a Mulan rant. Like, I don't
and you was supporting Danny punching her friend in the face.
If I could change anything, could go back in time, I definitely would have never got on a live drunk.
Now Nikki, you just messy, girl, because now you want to admit you should never did the live. First, it was you lying and saying that Neek and Mulan called them bullies, and it was you. Now you done started some more drama between Danielle and Mulan, and you want to admit that you was drunk and you shouldn't have done it. You just messy. Mulan is getting a BBL reduction because that thing is just too heavy. She can't play basketball no more. She's talking to Ashley about it, and Ashley had shots as well and had to get hers removed. That's why people should just wait until they get their grown woman weight and see what it do. I've been trying to gain weight for years, and surgery has never crossed my mind, because if it don't happen, then it just don't happen. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You know, maybe I'll gain the weight after I have a baby or something. It's not that deep. So Mehgan is hosting a live podcast, and it's going to be a sex-related podcast. So she feels like the perfect guest is Four from Black Ink because he's been going viral on social media.
This is a sex podcast, so of course Four is the perfect guest right now. Four is super viral on the internet right now. He is seemingly into BDSM. He actually reached out to me in interest to come on my podcast.
For his sex choices, which I ain't never heard of him, and I didn't see any of this on social media, so this is clearly just to get under Nikki's skin. And he reached out to her. Actually, she didn't even reach out to him, which further proves that this was just to get under Nikki's skin. Now, Mehgan knew that Nikki would feel some sort of way, but she didn't want to tell her because she didn't want Nikki to do anything that would sabotage the podcast, whether that was telling Mehgan not to do it or telling Ford not to show up. So she's just being knowingly messy for the sake of her podcast. Danielle is dating. Her, Morgan, and Nikki went speed dating, and then she went on a date with this guy that she's been dating for months.
And a few months ago, he's a sports agent, he lives in Cleveland, and he flew in to see me. We've always hit it off every time we linked up.
So you've been dating for months, but you're doing all of this over your baby daddy. But yeah, it's time for Mehgan's podcast. The same night Danielle had a date, so she wasn't there. Mulan shows up, even though she beefing with everybody. So the show starts, and Mehgan just had to make a quick little disclaimer real quick to Mulan. You know, don't start no drama in here or you'll get kicked out.
If you are here with any ill intent, please exit left. If anybody break out into a fight, if it's any disagreements, security will be escorting your ass right the out. And we here to have a good time.
So she brings Four out. Mehgan is never gonna beat those messy allegations with these ladies because it was just messy. There's no way to put it. Whether he called you, you called him, it don't matter. You didn't have to accept. You could have found literally anybody to talk about sex. So it starts, and he is just saying a bunch of off the wall stuff.
It's from my childhood.
No, I mean it stemmed from when I first got my ass.
You identify as a straight male.
I identify as me, right? So I just go off energy. I don't say none of that. That's what they want to do. I'm just already comfortable.
Yeah, they want to do it.
You feel me? Hey.
And the ladies are making all types of looks, and I mean, this has to be awkward for Nikki. Listening to your ex talk about his previous sex experiences, whether it was with you or another woman, it's awkward. The show was a little ghetto to me and low budget. The questions could have been better, and they could have had a better guess. So for once, I actually agreed with Ashley.
Ew, gross. They're just taking this too far. Like, where's the nearest exit? There's ways to discuss your sexual liberation without being like lewd and crude about it. And I feel like he's going extra because Nikki's in the crowd.
So yeah, the episode pretty much ended there with nobody being happy with messy Mehgan. It honestly wasn't worth the drama that came with it to me because the show was trash. He was just over the top, doing way too much. But I get it. You know, it's for the show. She has to create some sort of drama for the show. I get it. It's just, I don't know. Could have been a little better. So next week, Mehgan and Nikki have their talk. And then Ashley is hosting this basketball event. So she invites the girls that play basketball, which is Mackenzie, Danielle, and Mulan. And, you know, Danielle has issues with both of them, but she shouldn't anymore since she's dating. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, that was it. Like I told y'all, this was gonna be real short. It wasn't too much going on in this episode, but yeah, that was that. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that in the comments down below. Stay happy, healthy, and all of that good stuff, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.